Hello, welcome back, my dear students of class 9th. Dear student, I am Rajendra Rai, working at LPM Public School, Gola Bazar, Gorakhpur, your biology teacher, and I am going to present the video by which you will be able to revise your chapter Why Do We Fall Ill? And in the previous video, I have given the introductory part of the healthcare system and related topics about the different types of the disease causing pathogens, and so many things that I have discussed in my previous video. Today, I am going to start about the types of the diseases that I have already illustrated in the previous video, and that type of diseases are of so many types on the basis of their time span. They are of two types, acute and chronic, and on the basis of their transmission, they are of two types mainly. One is communicable disease and there is non-communicable diseases. So let us start communicable diseases. Class 9, why do we fall ill? So dear students, let us start about the communicable diseases. Communicable diseases. Communicable diseases. The communicable diseases are get transmitted from one person to another person by different modes, and the communicable diseases are directly linked to the sources of the infections. Sources of the infection means the reservoir where the existence of the different types of the bacteria, other pathogens like protozoans, fungi and viruses, as well as some other kind of pathogens, some other pathogenic pathogenic agents which cause diseases, they are existing. And in this video, I am going to discuss with you in detail about the mode of the transmission of the communicable diseases. There are so many things that is related to the transmission or communication of the diseases from one person to another person, and comes under the transmission mode. So transmission mode means if the pathogen is entering by a single route, means if they are entering through the vector or through the carriers, then that will be the single route transmission. But if the disease is entering through the several routes like sexual contact and by infected needle and syringe, like AIDS, hepatitis, then this will be the multiple transmission route. Single transmission route and multiple transmission route will be there to transmit the communicable diseases from one person to another person. Dear students, come to the thing that what is the transmission? Now, what is the transmission? So, transmission is of two types: direct transmission and indirect transmission. Direct transmission means the pathogens get transmitted by the direct contact, direct shaking hand, direct hugging, direct touching the cloth. So this is the direct contact. And by the droplet means while talking with the patient, while sneezing by the patient, or while coughing by the patient, the disease may be transmitted through the droplets. Through the droplets. That droplets may be inhaled by the healthy person and that will be infected. Third is by the contact with the soil. Direct contact with the soil means if healthy person is touching soil, working in the field, crop field, touching soil, then that person may be infected with the soil existing pathogens like bacteria and other protozoan, etc. If that person will not clean his hand properly. So, student, fourth thing is by the inoculation. Inoculation means the use of the infected needle and syringe, taking drugs by use or by bite, by scratching, by needle, by syringe, etc. The diseases are rabies, syphilis, hepatitis, AIDS. These are the diseases which may be transmitted by inoculation. Inoculation is pinching of the needle into the blood stream. Indirect transmission means when the disease gets transmitted through vector or through the carrier, then that will be the indirect transmission, like waterborne disease, contaminated food and waterborne disease that get transmitted by the flies and other insects, mice, lice, etc. These are the animals which transmit several diseases and they will be the carrier of the diseases. Transmitted by contaminated water and food, as hepatitis is multiplying into the contaminated water. So if the contaminated water will be used by the person, then that person will be infected from the hepatitis A. Another diseases like diarrhea, dysentery, typhoid, cholera, polio, hepatitis, food poisoning, that get transmitted by the contaminated food and water. So water and food, that has to be taken care while using it. The hepatitis B, malaria, syphilis, these kind of diseases are vector-borne diseases. The vectors are carriers, they carry the pathogens of these diseases, and that diseases transmitted by vectors. Vectors like flies, mites, mosquito, rodents, mice, vertebrates, flies, insects, etc., etc., etc. So, dear students, these are the two types of the transmission of the diseases, direct and indirect transmission. And after discussing this, we will go through the some important communicable diseases that are found into the human body, that human may be infected by these diseases, and that diseases are: number one, these are the diseases caused by the virus or viral diseases. Viral diseases. So viral diseases, number one, influenza. Influenza. Influenza is a disease which was started in 1920 with the pandemic condition, with the pandemic spread throughout the world with the name Spanish flu. And that flu virus, in fact, this common virus for the influenza is rhinovirus. This rhinovirus, the name of the rhinovirus is Myxovirus influenzae. Why this myxovirus? Because this is the mixed mutated form of all kind of the influenza virus that is carrying since 1920, when it started with the name Spanish flu. So since 1920 it is going on throughout the world in the form of influenza, and common, that is influenza A, influenza B and influenza C. So influenza C occurs occasionally in small pockets on the earth, while A and B, that is the epidemic. If the virus is coming, that will be spread epidemically in a particular location, in a particular country. These are the RNA virus. RNA virus means they are retrovirus. They are having a protein code, and inside it they are having the DNA or RNA structure. So there are DNA virus and there are RNA virus, both viruses are existing into the nature. The RNA virus is called retrovirus, and that is more dangerous than the DNA virus. This RNA virus, the example of the RNA virus is influenza, AIDS, hepatitis, meningitis, encephalitis. These are so kinds of the RNA viruses are there, and they are responsible to spread the so many kinds of the diseases in the human life. I am going to discuss here the mode of transmission of the influenza virus. These viruses get spread by the sneezing, coughing and talking with the infected person. The mode of transmission is by droplets. Droplet infection is there that is created due to the sneezing, coughing and talking. And symptoms are necrosis. Necrosis means that is a decaying condition of the trachea. That is the decaying condition of the trachea which get inflated. It get inflamed and there will be a decay condition in the trachea and of the bronchial mucosa. Then both the viruses cause fever, chills, ठंडक लगती है, बुखार होता है, हेडेक होता है, पेन होता है, कफिंग होती है, खांसी आती है and weakness feel होती है. The patient will feel weakness. The fever lasts for 1 to 5 days and in adult it lasts for 1 to 3 days. If the fever is more than 5 days, then there will be the chance of pneumonia. It gets prevented by the isolation of that particular patient. So healthy person should be isolated, should be away from the infected person, and patient sufferer should cover its face with the mask, or when sneezing and coughing he has to use the handkerchief. He has to use the handkerchief, hanky. Then it gets controlled by the vaccination. Vaccination in every society, this is the main control measure, and antiviral drugs has to be given to the infected person. So my dear student, this is the all about this disease, that is influenza, and second disease, that is hepatitis. Dear student, hepatitis is caused by, this is the disease of the liver. Hepatitis, that is the disease of the liver. Hepatitis, this is the disease of the liver, and this disease is this disease is due to the viruses of so many kinds, like hepatitis A virus, hepatitis B virus, hepatitis C virus, hepatitis D virus, hepatitis E and G virus. But hepatitis B virus is the DNA virus, and it gets transmitted through contaminated food and water. In general way, you can say this is the jaundice or pília in Hindi. And hepatitis B is transmitted through infected blood, saliva, sweat. So hepatitis B is again dangerous. That is the DNA virus, and that gets transmitted through the barber shop, through the hospitals, etc. And the symptoms of the hepatitis is high body temperature. बुखार तेज रहता है, हेडक सिर दर्द रहता है, ज्वाइंट पेन जोड़ों में दर्द होता है, लॉस ऑफ एपेटाइट एंड फीलिंग नॉसिया एंड वोमिटिंग, भूख का कम लगना और उल्टी जैसा महसूस होने, उल्टी हो जाना. देन इरिटेटिंग रैशेज ओवर द बॉडी, शरीर के ऊपर खुजली जैसे दाने निकल जाना. ओके. इमिशन ऑफ डार्क येलो यूरिन, यूरिन का डार्क येलो होना, गाढ़ा पीले रंग का होना, एंड द few days the stool will be colorless. The stool color will be changed with the in the patient suffering from hepatitis, and it gets prevented by the use of disinfected water. Always water has to be taken through by the boiling water has to be taken by the patient. Wash hands before the eating. Use disposable syringes, and vaccination for hepatitis A and hepatitis B. Hepatitis C is the general jaundice and pília. This is curable, but hepatitis A and B is very dangerous, so vaccination should be there of these diseases. And to control these kind of diseases, always take high calorie diet. High calorie diet means high carbohydrate diet, and avoid low protein, having the low protein and low fat diet. And complete bed rest is advisable by the doctors. So this is the second disease, which is hepatitis. So dear student, I have discussed influenza, hepatitis, and third one that I am going to discuss, that is rabies. These are the viral diseases. These are the communicable diseases. These are the infectious diseases. So